That's not how ADHD works. You just can't choose to be better. This is why I disagree. My name's Coach Bruce, and I am an ADHD life coach for ADHD parents. So, being an ADHD person, I feel like I'm allowed to chime in on this. Um, I have found that I can do anything I put my mind to. It is way harder for me than it will be for a neurotypical person. Is it impossible? No. And that is the first lie that we are told as ADHD kids is there are things that we cannot do because we're ADHD. Some of you who are late onset or late diagnosis for your ADHD, you are taking all the stories that you heard about ADHD kids, and as soon as you find out you're ADHD, now you think, here's why I can't do all of these things. False. ADHD is an explanation, not an excuse. It is going to give you not a reason why you can't, but a roadmap to how you can. That is the difference between how I look at ADHD and the stuck person who says, I can't just choose to do better. I understand that there are going to be obstacles that are going to be harder for me to climb because I have ADHD and I have to either work smarter or work harder to get over those obstacles, but they can be climbed. They can be mounted, they can be obfuscated in whatever way I'm going to have to get around them, but they are not permanent obstacles. It may take longer for me to get around that obstacle or over that obstacle or through that obstacle, but if I don't quit, then I don't fail. So if it takes me for the rest of my life to get around that obstacle, which has not been the case so far, but as long as I keep trying, I never fail. So what I have to say to those ADHD people who say, I can't do that, how long have you tried? Because if you're still alive, there's still a chance that you could if you were still trying. But I'm guessing that it was hard, so you quit. It's not that easy. It's not that easy for anybody. If it was that easy for anybody to have what they wanted, then everybody would be going around this world as happy as could be with millions of dollars and the perfect relationship and the perfect kids and everything that they ever wanted. But it is hard to have what you want, especially if, and this is where it gets really hard for ADHD folks to understand, but if you've never defined what it is that you want for your life, be real fucking surprised that you've never gotten it. It's not, I mean, it's not rocket science. If you don't define what it is that you want, the chances of you stumbling into it are highly unlikely. So that is the first piece of advice I'd give you. If you are struggling to get what you want in life, take a step back and ask, do I know what I want? Have I actually taken the time to define what I want for my life? And is it a broad definition or is it specific? Do I know exactly what I want to be doing and how I want to be doing it? For me, I want to be a life coach of ADHD parents. In 1 year, I want to be coaching 15 people a month. I know exactly what I want to be doing. I know in my family, I want to be an active leader who is able to be up and solving problems with my family. That is what kind of person I want to be as a father. I didn't have that 6 months ago. And so, surprise, I was lost as a father. I didn't know what it was supposed to look like. But as soon as I figured out what I thought fatherhood should look like for me, I started being able to work towards it. Doesn't mean I've got everything figured out, but I understand the path I'm walking on now, and that makes it a lot clearer the steps I need to take. Same goes for my business. I decided what I wanted to do, and I've been able to take steps to secure that. Same with my marriage. Same with my relationship with God. 6 months ago, I had no idea what I wanted my relationship with God to look like, but I made a decision that I wanted to define it. I had been living for 20, 25 years without any sort of definition as to what I wanted my relationship to God or my relationship with God to look like. And so I made a decision that I'm going to figure it out. I want to know what my relationship with God looks like. That was the first step. Then as I explored that, and then I was like, oh, I want I want to be worthy. I want to feel worthy of God's love. That was the next step. Then I want to have open communication and honest uh, daily prayer with God. That's what I'm working towards now. Like I speak to God weekly, but I'm still not to the place where I'm comfortable to pray out loud daily. But that's what I want to get to. And because I've defined it, I'm taking steps to get there. If you haven't defined what is important to you, you are not going to get there on accident. So many ADHD parents have gotten into the habit of letting life happen to us that we have no idea how to make life happen for us. And it starts with making decisions on what you want. What do you desire for your life? Be honest with yourself. Make lofty goals and big dreams. And they may seem so huge and pie in the sky whenever you have no plan, but then step back and say, okay, how can I chunk this down? How can I start taking steps towards this big thing? Because life is long. If it is your dream, you should be willing to fight for it for your entire life. If it's some contrary thing, then fuck it. Then don't waste your time on it. And come back to the thing that matters and spend your time working towards that. And that's what I do with my clients is we are trying to work towards the big dreams of life. How can we design your life to be exactly what you want it as an ADHD parent? How can we design your life to have the balance in your family that you want, the relationship with your higher power that you want, the business or the relationship with your business that you want, and finally, your relationship with God. That is your body, your being, your balance, and your business. All of those things are dependent upon you defining what you want and then being able to work through a plan to go get it. And a lot of people have no idea how to even start. Give you this tip for free. The first step is being absolutely brutally honest about where you're at right now. Whether you love it or hate it, being absolutely brutally honest about where you're at and what is working and what is not, and then going from there to find where you want to go. This process, it sounds super easy when I say it like that, but it is a really hard process for a lot of people to wrap their mind around. And so that's why we do it in coaching sessions. Because people don't know how to think about the possibility of their life for themselves whenever they've been so suppressed from dreaming, like truly dreaming for so long. That's it for me today. I'm going to go be with my family. So y'all have a great night.